Alright Sonic fans, now that it's 2023 and this is pretty much the year of Sonic Part 2, we need to see what is next for Sonic, because us Sonic fans are now hungry for more stuff! While yes, we do know that Sonic Frontiers is getting more DLC, and we do have other stuff like more Sonic Prime episodes as well to be released throughout the year, and a Knuckles series on Paramount Plus. While that is good, yes, we do truly need another piece of Sonic game content related as well. Something other than Frontiers DLC, like a side project, maybe a new 2D game developed by another party that's not Sonic Team, so they can work on the Frontiers DLC for this year and truly make it amazing. But that's a discussion for a different video. Or, what if we got another remaster? Now hold on. I know what you're thinking. Supercon, why would you want this? Don't you remember Sonic Colors Ultimate? Yes, I do remember that thing, but the reason why I'm even bringing this topic back is because now that we're likely going to be waiting another 3 to 4 years for the next mainline Sonic game after the Frontiers DLC releases, we need something to keep us busy, and something to keep Sonic relevant, because we don't need a repeat of 2020 where we end up in a drought for quite some time with no news, no game, nothing. We want to see Sonic continue to be relevant, especially next year, because unlike the past 2 years, there isn't anything about this year that's going to be standing out. Like in 2021, it was the 30th anniversary, and in 2022, it was Sonic's biggest year for the first time in a very long time, because of all the content that would be released, ranging from a movie sequel to 2 games and a new TV show as well. So this year doesn't have much under its belt besides the things I mentioned earlier. So with that said, in between to the next mainline Sonic game, and while we get the Sonic movie series content as well as more Sonic Prime, we need another Sonic game project for this year and or next year. So that leads us with one thing, and that is remasters or re-releases. Now while yes, we have every right to be scared of a remaster from Sega that's Sonic related, because every time they do one, they somehow mess it up, but aside from that, we know that Sonic Team wants to do more re-releases of past Sonic games, said straight from the horse's mouth, Iizuka. So with us knowing that information, the question still stands: what Sonic game is next for the remaster treatment? Well, today we're going to take a look and see which game has a high chance of the remaster experience. So sit back, grab a snack, and get a drink as we look to see which Sonic game is next to have another chance in the spotlight. So the first Sonic game that comes to mind for the next remaster treatment is obviously Sonic Generations. This shouldn't be a surprise to any of you all, because before Sonic Frontiers, this was the last well-received 3D Sonic game, and it's still regarded as one of the best Sonic games to this very day 11 years later. While unlike Sonic Colors, this game was not stuck on the Wii back then. It was released on Xbox 360, PS3, PC, and even a 3DS version as well. So having that wide release then did make the game more accessible, but as time went on, we've gotten more far away from Generations. Except on Xbox, because for some reason Sega and Microsoft seem to really like each other a whole lot, so they have Sonic games, which were timeless classics on the Xbox 360 days, are now backwards compatible on the Xbox, which leaves PlayStation and Nintendo Switch players having to dig out our 360 or PS3 and have to play on those consoles. While that might sound alright, Sonic Generations on past consoles aren't bad per se, but now having the type of games we have nowadays where it's all at 4K, 60 FPS. Sonic Generations on PS3 and Xbox 360 are stuck at 30 frames per second, and while it's pretty stable and isn't bad at all, unlike Mortal Kombat 11 on the Switch, the only way you can play Sonic Generations with a smooth frame rate is on PC. And also now, you can play it on the Xbox Series X and S at 60 FPS as well, but not on PlayStation and Nintendo Switch. For Sonic Colors Ultimate, while it didn't have much more content than the original, with Generations they could really do a number of things for it. Maybe someday I'll make a video of me giving a pitch for a Sonic Generations remaster sometime, because if I gave it all right now, we'd spend way too long on it for this video. Point is that having a Generations Ultimate, or whatever they'll call it, would be cool to see, just so Generations could have another time in the spotlight, maybe for the 35th anniversary as a celebration. Will they? I don't know, but it would be cool to see. So the next game that comes to mind for the remaster treatment is one that I honestly think would do really well, and that is the first Sonic Riders game. Wait, hold on. Let me explain myself first, please. Before you question me why I didn't choose Sonic Adventure, just picture this. Sonic Riders, the original on the GameCube and PS2. The perfect gameplay that is this game, having modern graphics, a few tweaks here and there, as well as possibly an online racing mode. You got a good remaster on your hands. Out of all the Sonic Riders games, this is the best one that really deserves another chance to be in the spotlight. Sega, do you have any idea how much money you will receive from this? Like, come on, Sega. You really think some of the younger fans are going to be firing up Sonic Riders on Dolphin Emulator? Don't think for a second that they'll just go out and find a Wii or a GameCube to play it. Once they find out they have to dig out a literal ancient artifact of a console to play a Sonic hoverboard racing game, they'll just run back over to their Switch and start playing Mario Kart. And that's kind of always been the problem with Sonic games, because most of Mario's back catalog is now on the Switch, and Sonic's back catalog is nowhere to be found on the Nintendo Switch. The only game that has been put on the Switch from Sonic's past is Sonic Colors and Sonic 1, 2, CD, and 3 Knuckles, thanks to Sonic Origins. And the reason why I picked Sonic Riders is Sonic Riders, it's one of the most underappreciated Sonic games from the GameCube era of Sonic games. Plus, the gameplay style is very unique and isn't like other racing games. Having this on modern consoles and modern graphics would be awesome to see. And all the extras they can throw in as well, like new playable characters or new board options as well. I'm getting excited just thinking about it. This could be an amazing remaster. Sega, please do it. We will give you all of our money for this, alright? Heck, you can make a digital deluxe for all I care, where you get like a special, I don't know, some sort of, I don't know. Just do it, Sega, please! Welcome to a new section of the video where I'm going to read y'all's picks for what you want of a remaster, because I made this post, and now I'm going to read what y'all said. So let's get started. Alright, so we have the first few picks. First we have Sonic the Fighters. Interesting choice. Very interesting. I actually made a video on Sonic the Fighters a while back. It would honestly do pretty well. I mean, it'd be kind of interesting if they like remade it with HD graphics. That would actually be pretty interesting, my friend. Next up we have is Sonic Adventure 2. That would be really interesting to see. Now the real question is would they make it playable unlike the PC version? Just saying. But it's still a pretty good pick, you know, because SA2 is a timeless classic for the Sonic franchise. It's my second favorite, actually. Next one we have is Sonic Adventure 3. I don't know how to tell you this, but SA3 ain't out. And the last one we have is Sonic Unleashed. Great pick. Fantastic. You know what? This one takes the cake. Winner of this round. This is the winner. That's all. We're done. I'm done. It's the winner. It's over. I'm going home now. This takes the cake. Nothing else matters, because this is the winner of today's competition. Bye, bye everyone. Bye. One last game that comes to mind for remasters for Sonic, and that is one that everyone in the Sonic fanbase wants really bad. A game that is considered the best Sonic game of all time. Heck, some even call it the greatest game of all time. Some refer it to as the GOAT of Sonic games. And that is the one, the only, the one that really set the franchise in a great direction, and that is Sonic Heroes. Now, Sonic Heroes is probably one of the most different style Sonic games ever that really would do well with a remaster. You got team-type gameplay, each being speed, power, and flight, and this is probably one of the most interesting styles of gameplay for Sonic, and it's really fun. Sorry, I just couldn't go on with this. Really? You thought I was serious for Sonic Heroes? Nah, man, sorry. No. That game does not need a remaster. That game needs a full-on remake with the problems it has under its belt. No. Whew. Oh. Don't get me wrong, I have my nostalgia for Sonic Heroes, but nah, man, remaster treatment, that ain't it for it. Sorry. Whew. No. Anyways, the real pick is it's Sonic Unleashed. Sonic Unleashed is definitely one of, if not the best Sonic games ever made, but it's hard to really decide now thanks to Frontiers. Which one is better? Sonic Unleashed has had the roughest ride from going to being the most hated Sonic game to being the most praised, and it sucks that this game is, much like other good Sonic games, stuck on an old console, in this case the Xbox 360 and PS3. Horrible frame rate, awful frame drops, and yes, much like Generations, it is now available on Xbox Series X and S, and wouldn't you know, it's got a 68 frames per second upgrade. Now, having an Unleashed remastered is really something to think about, because you'd have to think, what would they change other than the frame rate? The graphics are stunning for a game that came out in 2008. Honestly, all they'd have to do for Sonic Unleashed Ultimate, or whatever they're going to call it, is improve the frame rate, add extras for us like cosmetics for both Sonic and the Werehog. Now, some things they'll likely have to change up a bit, like the medals for example. In Sonic Unleashed, you need to collect Sun and Moon medals to progress to access new stages, and while it's not a problem throughout the first bit of the game, however, when you do get to Adabat, that's when you really gotta start going back through old levels and try to find them. That can be a little tedious, sometimes very tedious to other players, but if you're an alpha gamer like yours truly and others out there, then you know you can find them medals no problem. So for a casual audience, that would be kind of annoying. So honestly, they can just cut out that entirely from the game, and it would kind of make the pacing a little bit better. Or, here's an idea, if they like to keep the medals around, here's what they can do with them. They can be a currency like in Sonic Colors Ultimate with the coins. If you collect Sun medals, you can unlock cosmetics for Modern Sonic. And when you collect Moon medals, you can unlock cosmetics for the Werehog. Boom, instant great idea. This is an idea that I'm pretty sure a lot of people in the community have tossed around before. Now, what would they do with the graphics? Not entirely sure, to be honest, because again, these graphics in this game are already amazing. Before Frontiers, it was the best graphic Sonic game ever. Now, they could probably tune up the graphics just like maybe a little bit, maybe improve some things, I guess, but the game still looks really amazing, so I honestly wonder what they'll do. Now, another thing that absolutely cannot change at all, and I know I speak for everyone on this, and that is, don't touch the music! Overall, Sonic Unleashed is a game that I think more newer Sonic fans need to experience. It's such a great game. While we do have Frontiers now, I really think new fans need to experience the best Sonic game of the 2000s, much like how Colors Ultimate managed to show new fans one of the most favorite Sonic games of the 2010s was like. If we get a Sonic Unleashed Remastered, I think a lot of new fans would really enjoy it. Now, the real question needs to be asked. Will Sega actually give us remasters again? Hard to say right now, especially after what happened with Sonic Colors Ultimate. I know I keep mentioning Colors Ultimate's failure, but it can't be overlooked. This was a new low for Sonic. And you and I both know we don't ever want this to happen again. Sega, if you ever give us another Sonic remaster, give it to the right people. Give them enough time. Let it be a good product. Stop rushing out Sonic projects. Look at Sonic Frontiers, Sega. Look at what happened when the head of Sonic Team fought for more time on the game that was going to be the next mainline Sonic game that we waited for 5 years. The follow-up after the mediocre title that was Forces. And it turned out to be a great experience and is now one of our most favorite Sonic games of all time. And that's what every Sonic game needs to be, a great experience. I hope that Sega can really learn from what happens when you give a game more time, like what happened with Frontiers and how good it turned out. If we do get more Sonic remasters, I hope they'll be amazing. And we'll show new fans some of Sonic's greatest games from the past. Hopefully if we do get more, they'll be amazing and a great time. That's all for now, everyone. What remasters would you like to see? Let me know down below. See you in the next one. Until then, everyone, take care.